this is the book that started my whole collection off. Um, I used to, as a back in school, would go dig through dollar bins and started with X-Men because I was into X-Men in the 90s and thought this was super cool. And so obviously number one, this is something that caught my eye and literally start my whole collection started with this book, specifically this cover too, the Storm and Beast cover. Not this one that's graded. I've gotten this after the fact, but this specific book here is the reason why I started a comic collection. And so just want to talk about a little bit about it, what it means to me. We'll talk about this book specifically and learn a little bit about it. So this book right here, this is X-Men #1 from Marvel Comics. It came out in October of 1991. It's a Chris Claremont story. Jim Lee and Scott Williams cover and art. This is the first appearance of the Acolytes, and there's 4 covers exist. They form a single image. So yes, this is one of 4 covers that when all laid next to each other make one giant image, which is great marketing because I thought this was super cool as a kid and definitely made me want to get all 4 of them. So I got this exact comic off eBay. This is actually the first slabbed graded book that I ever bought, and just like it was the start of my collection of non-slabbed books. Many years before that, I finally, maybe 7-8 years ago, said, hey, I want to get a cool graded one. Why not grab this? So I believe I probably overpaid for this. This was probably $40 or something, maybe 10 years ago. But obviously it's got personal sentiment to me because this was what made me want to start collecting comics. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty clean. Obviously, when you put this number in the CGC registry, there's no notes on it. So that's, hard, because it's a 9.6, you would hope there'd be some little note explaining why it didn't get a 9.8. But looking at it, there does appear to be some kind of little creases in the spine maybe or something. But it's very clean copy. This is the one that started it all for me. Obviously, it's super cool if you have all 4 of them. I mean, let's talk a little bit about this cover, right? So this cover, we got Storm, we got Beast, we got Professor X, Archangel. This is pretty cool. Beast is looking beastly, right? Like this is a super cool one. It's not anything super special, right? Because I'm sure they printed these into oblivion, but sentimental for me. It's cool to have #1, X-Men #1. But it'd be cool if you had all 4 go together, which I actually do. So that's cool. This actually came and it was one of 4 covers, and you put all 4 together, and they would make one image. And I happen to have them all. So let's look at some of the others. So here we have another X-Men #1. This is a different cover. So this is Cyclops and Wolverine. There's Iceman back there too. Basically, this is, one of the alternate covers. This is a 9.6 as well with white pages. And so it matched my grade of my other one. And obviously, how can you hate this one? This one's got Wolverine on it. It's got a Wolverine cover. Claws are out, which is super cool. And this one's really clean as well. There was no notes on it as a 9.6. So I noticed there's a little bit of something missing color right here on the corner, but very, very clean copy. And happy to have this one as well. And let's look at some of the others. So this is a Gambit, Psylocke, Rogue, Colossus cover. And same thing, 9.6, no notes, white pages. This is a very clean version of this one. This one looks perfect, really. And it's nice to have nice to have them all. This one right here, I think is probably my second favorite of all four of the covers, right? This one's got Gambit. This one's got Psylocke. And yeah, super clean, super clean. Let's look at the fourth and final cover. All right, guys. So this is X-Men #1 from Volume 2. This is the fourth cover and possibly my favorite. Obviously, it's got Magneto. I mean, look at this Jim Lee cover, guys. I guess Scott Williams too, but look at man, Magneto, one of my favorite characters. Maybe my favorite villain. This cover's cool to me because it's a medium shot, right? Like a lot of covers, there's a lot of full body, wider stuff. When I feel like the covers are like medium to close up shots, something about does that for me. That does something for me. I'm not sure, but this being like a medium shot and almost a little tighter, I don't know, just makes it seem powerful, right? Like Magneto with the hand out. I mean, look at all these touches. It's almost like the purple metal, but it's got all the pings, almost like a chrome in here. And some of the drawing on this from Jim Lee is amazing, right? Like this cover here is really the one. When I think of X-Men #1, I think of this cover, and I think about it started my collection and kind of sending me down this road. And so it's a fun thing to think about. And I all four of these going together is super cool now that I have them all. There actually is a fifth cover. There's a collector's version. So they put out another version that is kind of like an alternate cover that's for collectors, and it opened up into all four. And I don't have a graded version of that, but I do have a regular version. Let's take a quick look. I jumped in the boxes real quick to kind of look at some of my, to go back through my paper collection. And so here, just here they are. Here's the paper. Obviously, look, back in the day, this one was $7. Got a couple Beast and Storm covers. And boom, here's that collector's cover, right? So it opens up, it shows them all. And you can see there's a little bit of a difference there between the standalone cover and the collector's cover. So, these are the actual ones that decades ago started my collection. And now it's grown. It's grown a little bit. And so this comic is, the one that started it for me. So back here on the Storm and Beast cover, as I said, this was the one I bought first. And so my first slab I ever bought, this one, 9.6 white pages. And I was very, very happy with my purchase at the time. Still happy with it. Super cool that I have all four covers. And, I know they printed this book into oblivion, but it just will always hold a special place in my heart. And it's super, Jim Lee cover. This time of when they split Uncanny and did the gold and blue team and split off and kind of started X-Men as its own standalone, issues. Early 90s is kind of like, in my mind, the heyday of comics for me, right? Like growing up and the comics that I would grab and read and pay quarters for and just go get to the used bin and yada yada, like the comics that were all these late 80s, early 90s comics, the comics that I kind of grew up with. And so obviously these runs are probably printed hugely, so they probably print these into oblivion, but they just do it for me, right? And look at the back here. We got the Toy Biz action figures, if anyone remembers those from the same time period. Super cool. But yeah, it's nice to have all four covers, have them all the same grade. They're all white pages. And this is a special one. We're going to basically be bringing you guys reviews of my whole collection. I'm going to start going through every single book that I own, and start bringing you guys reviews, not only about the actual comic, but about the story, the writing, the drawing. You know, some people just love the covers. Some people love the story inside. Some people just want to collect them. Um, I actually like a little bit of all of that. I think what interested me the most as a child was the drawing. Something about, just this style, right? This Jim Lee style is kind of what makes me attracted to it. And then as I actually started reading them, you start loving the writing and understanding the stories and the characters, and then there's something, the slabs are another thing that I'm kind of got into later. And I don't know, there's something like poetic or that this book is in here that a person like me, I value the story and the images. So a person like me, I value the images and the story that's inside in this book, but there's something like poetically like sick or twisted about it being encased in this plastic slab that you can't actually ever read. So it's like you just can't ever get the honey out of the honey pot. Luckily, we live in a digital age, so I would encourage anybody, if you have a slabbed book, please actually go read the book, read it online. So, I have these regular books and I can pull them out, and so it's a thing, right? Some people are not down with the slabs. Some people are. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's super cool that it's almost like trapped in there. It's like a little time capsule, and it protects them from being bent and messed up or anything. And so I think that the slabs are pretty cool. And if that's what you're into, if you're just into collecting them and just trying to like get higher grades or flip them, or that's cool too, man. If you're not into the story, you're not into the art, like you're just into collecting stuff and the business side of it, that can be cool. Like I said, me personally, it's looking at these images that really it's inspirational, right? You can see my wall behind you. You walk in, I kind of look at the art, and it makes you, as someone like me who works in the creative industry, it just fuels that fire of, hey, somebody created all this from nothing, right? So it's super cool that that I get to have these little collectible treasures to carry on with me. So this is X-Men number 1. So thank you guys for listening to my little spiel about that, and please watch some more videos of the channel. If you like what's going on, please like, subscribe. Obviously, it's free to you to subscribe. It really helps a small channel like me grow, and it lets me know, hey, keep making this, keep doing this. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Hardcore Comics. Later.